Now, before we do that, I'm going to Inspiration from Beyond, mill 3, and we're going to pull back our draw 7. And then we're going to play Doomsday Excruciator. Say goodbye to your library, pal. And here's the combo. Overflowing Insight, draw 7 cards. It's so good, dude. It's so good. Howdy, welcome back to Alchemy Academy. My name is Corndog Jones Jr. We are chasing top 10 rank in Magic the Gathering Arena using only homebrew decks. Thank you for stopping by and please enjoy the video. So guys, we are playing a little offline video today. It's a little fun little deck I just thought of. It's a little bit of a improvisation on a deck we played recently called Slow Death, which was all around playing Omniscience, protecting it with counter spells, and then slowly beating our opponent to death while they kind of just watch and aren't able to do anything. kind of torturous, kind of a little fun idea from your boy, but you know, we're always happy to decrease the player count in Magic Arena. But this one's a little bit different. This one we're going to be playing our Omniscience on turn 4, hopefully, and winning the same turn with a pretty cool little suite of cards. So here's the two cards that make it possible: Doomsday Excruciator and Indris the Hydrostatic Surge. These are our two win cons. We really only need one of these in our deck. But I figured that if there's some way that this gets in my graveyard and someone will exile the Doomsday or someone exiles the Indris, I'm gonna be pretty upset, and we're not gonna be able to, we're not gonna be able to play the deck anymore. Like, we're just kind of like, drawing infinitely for nothing. So I figured I'd have two win cons, and then how are we gonna win with each of them? First of all, Indris conjures a lightning bolt into our library that has Storm. So basically, we play a bunch of cards to draw, we find the Indris after we get the Omniscience, and then we play the Indris, makes a lightning bolt, and then we just keep playing these card draw spells like Inspiration from Beyond, can infinitely cycle to find instants and sorceries, which we can then find Archival Whirl to like reshuffle our graveyard back into our library, and then keep doing this over and over again with all these card draw spells, all these card finder spells like Confounding Riddle. And then once we do all that, we go right back to the to where that lightning bolt is, somewhere in the library, and we hit them for like lightning bolt times 10, 15, 20, however many spells it takes us to find the lightning bolt. Very, very, very simple. It takes a little bit of time, but it is instant death right after you play the Omniscience, which is really cool. Other one is Doomsday Excruciator, and this combo actually is brought to you by another player that I've played against a few times. He's also on the Alchemy Discord. Not my Discord, a Discord associated with Magic Arena. His name is Strong Belwas, and this is his baby, man. The Doomsday Excruciator plus Overflowing Insight combo. So with Omniscience, you can draw 7 cards with Overflowing Insight, which is really awesome. But you can also play Doomsday Excruciator for free, and then cast Overflowing Insight on them to make them draw 7 cards. So shout out to Mr. Belwas. It's a really neat idea. I'm pretty sure he's the founder of it. We're borrowing it for this deck, but yeah, I think this is a pretty cool idea, and I think it's very successful. If we can make this work, it'll be a really awesome little experiment here. But yeah, that is the deck, guys. That is the deck. We got a lot of cool little pieces running. We have a couple board wipes. We got a ton of counter spells, plus the Picklock Pranksters to mill and find. Our Omniscience is in the graveyard, plus our Abuelo's Awakening in the hand. Kind of the missing piece from our last deck that we were running Charter Courses, which this is so much better than that. So I'm just excited to get going, guys, and I'll see y'all in the games. Peace. All right, playing number 552, Tarnar. If you guys didn't notice my ranking, you can't really see it that well behind my guy, but we have climbed very far out of the mud recently. We were at like 88% or something like that, the lowest I've ever been in the mud in terms of underneath that 1200 place mark on like the arena, player stat keeping, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. We were pretty low there, man. So it feels pretty good to climb our way out of there. And we're gonna try to get back into the number ranking, man. I think it'd be pretty cool. I think this deck is going to be a pretty perspective way for us to get out of there, because it's a good ass deck, man. It's a good ass deck, and it could be pretty fun. So we're gonna see if we can do it. I'm gonna let him do his Charmer shenanigans for a little bit. Case, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna let him do his thing, because wow, this guy's ranked 552. I'm actually really excited to see what kind of Charmer stuff he does. I'm gonna look for We're looking for omniscience in the graveyard. Picklock Pranksters are best way to get there, to be honest. So let's rip the Picklock Pranksters, because this can mill an omniscience plus return a selected card back to our hand. It's kind of a twofer. Ooh, a little negate action. That's perfect. So he knows we have the Picklock Prankster. I'm just going to rip this now. All right, so we milled 4 lands. At least they're not in my library, right? I'm not too hyped about that, but at least they're not in my library. We'll take that. Caretaker's Talent. I'm going to negate that shit, because that's pretty damn good, huh? Blue-white Twitching Doll, Fountain Port Charmer. Interesting, man. It's going to hit us for 4. Okay. 3 steps ahead is wonderful, because it allows us to cycle plus counter his next spell. Which, the reason I put this one in the deck is mainly because of the cycling and like the added little benefit of countering stuff if we have the mana for it, right? Just a little bit of extra oomph for a deck where we very much need it. And you know what? I'm just gonna do this now. There we go. Discard the omniscience, man. That's 1 piece we need. 1 piece out of many. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna play this Prankster just to block, and then we're gonna hold up No More Lies. But yeah, if we find 1 more land, we can Overflowing Insight and look for our thing, or we just need to draw our Abuela's Awakening, and we can pretty much do the thing, you know. That is the goal. Sanguine Evangelist. Let's normalize that. That's a good card. It's quite a good card, man. Sanguine Evangelist Part 2. Okay. So I think in this case, I think we day here, to be honest. Oh, we don't need to. What a draw. All right. So we should technically, he doesn't have any mana up. We should technically just win here. So we're going to start by drawing 7 cards. We find another draw 5. Okay, let's draw 5 with the Season of Weaving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to be looking for a Doomsday Excruciator, maybe? So this is our first combo. So first of all, we play Doomsday Excruciator. Now, before we do that, I'm going to Inspiration from Beyond, mill 3, and we're going to pull back our draw 7. And then we're going to play Doomsday Excruciator. Say goodbye to your library, pal. And here's the combo. Overflowing Insight, draw 7 cards. It's so good, dude. It's so good. It's not mine, but it's a really sweet combo. I really like playing it. So that's victory number 1, man. Pretty exciting. Ooh, a 1-lander, but like it feels honestly not like the worst 1-lander of all time. I'm just gonna mulligan it. That feels bad to mulligan, but we can't really afford to get, you know, landlocked there. Let's play this on blue. Still a pretty bad hand, I'm gonna be honest. We're pretty dependent on hitting a land. All right, very good draw. Now we need another blue source for this 3 steps ahead, but you know, oh my god, dude, we're like ripping lands straight off the top, like sickos right now. Let's keep milling. So we're just gonna. We don't want to draw any counters off the top. We just want to keep trying to find our combo pieces. That is the goal. Say goodnight to Alicia. Glad we get to exile as well. Looks like it's important for us to do that. Founding Riddle is probably the best card in our deck as an enabler because it's a very strong counterspell. Oof. It's a counterspell plus it's a very strong like searcher for the cards you need, right? So if we want to, we can use this as a counterspell. If you present something that's too scary for us, then we will be using this as a counterspell. Otherwise, this isn't scary at all. Perforating Artist. It's pretty long clock, so I'm just gonna confounding. No, I meant to do the other one. All right, you know what? I'm not perfect. let's make a treasure token on his end step. I meant to search there. I didn't think that this was a very threatening card, so I was gonna wait to counter something else, or to search for something else. Make a little treasure, And right now our goal is to we're just gonna find a dude that we can do stuff with. An omniscience. So let's draw 5 cards. Overflowing insight, inspiration, 3 steps ahead. All right, so we're like pretty close, I think. We could overflowing insight draw 7. It depends how many turns we have left, to be honest. Wow. Comment that player sacrifices a creature of their choice. Okay, that's actually pretty scary, right? So now we're gonna take 4. There's an omniscience. All right, I think that's game. Let's tap this fountain port so we don't mess it up. And we're gonna draw 2 and discard 2. Yeah, 3 steps ahead is so good in this deck because it just like it rounds everything out, right? So we're gonna pull out our omniscience as a creature. We have protection, counter protection. If he did have mana up, luckily for us, he doesn't. And we're gonna play the Indris this time. Let's play the Indris. Make a lightning bolt somewhere in our library that also has storm, and then we are going to start infinitely doing the mill thing, drawing a card every single time we play a spell. I think what we wanted to pull out of here is just a confounding riddle. It's really, really very, very just like mana efficient to find our thing, or like time efficient, I'd say, to find our next spell. We have a couple picklock pranksters. We're gonna try to get 7 spells popped off here before we do our thing. So there we go. There's another omniscience in the graveyard. Also need to be a little bit concerned about milling out, because every time we cast a spell, we draw with this guy. So we could be a little bit, could almost kill ourselves with this little combo if we're very not careful. Otherwise, it's just like, we should be fine, right? We should be able to figure it out, is all I'm saying. Do some basic math. So let's find that lightning bolt, man. I hope it's not at the very, very bottom of the library. That is the one way we could fizzle. I guess we can always reshuffle it back into our library as well with his like archival whirl. So yeah, now we have eight cards left. I'll tell you what, we have like, we'll play one more spell. And there's a lightning bolt for 11. All right, so we were 2 cards away from milling out. Let's just cast the lightning bolt for 11 on his face. We do draw a card, but before that, I think he dies because we have so many lightning bolt triggers. I'm glad this doesn't draw us a card every time the lightning bolt hits, though. That would be pretty much instant death in like a lot of scenarios. There we go, man. There we go. Look at these lightning bolts pop off, man. Alrighty, Mr. Haxie. Let's get into it. So far we've won 2 games, which is pretty nice, man. I've been enjoying this deck a lot. Feels like we have a lot of potential to have like a really, really strong deck here. In testing, guys, I don't wanna spoil anything for y'all, but we actually are, I think 3-0 or 4-0 in testing, and 2-0 on the games for the video. So we might have a pretty high win rate when this is all said and done. I'm hoping at least. Let's just mill here. Do mill over our excruciator. So if we want to play that win con, we're gonna have to reshuffle our library, which is a little annoying, but it is something that can happen, right? Land plus. Are we scared of a thing that hits us for 2 every turn? We are not, because we're not gonna be killing that. So let's dump the omniscience. We're gonna grab the inspiration from beyond, probably. Oh, maybe seasonal weaving. Yeah, seasonal weaving. Oh, we already have one. Maybe that was silly. That was probably silly. Yeah. All right. You know what? We'll take that one in the head. I think that was a silly decision. But if he plays anything else that's super scary, like they can add to this to the thing that Goldvein Hider's doing, I will be countering. Otherwise, we can just confounding riddle and search for our next little piece here. So pop, and then anything else? That's not too scary. Let's try to find our combo piece. There it is. There we go. Yeah. Anything that's like taking some time like this, we do not worry about. And guys, I'm like kind of high on this deck. Like this deck is This deck is so fast, man. It's so fast. It feels so consistent too. All right, here we go. Let's start finding the combo pieces. So let's actually just draw 5 first. Like I said, we need to find either the Indris or the demon. And unfortunately, we already milled the demon. So our plan might be to just reshuffle our library back into our deck if we can't find like something that like helps us draw into our Indris. So let's see. There's another Omniscience just to be safe. So we're going to play the Omniscience, and we're going to Inspiration from Beyond. We'd mill another Inspiration from Beyond, which is lovely. But I think we're just going to grab the Overflowing Insight and draw 7 again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Play the other Omniscience, because why not? We're going to rip our Season of Weaving for 5. Where is it? Where are you, Mr. Season of Weaving? There you are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if we can find... Oh my god. Wait. Are we going to lose this one? What do we have left in our deck? We have Indris and Archival Whirl. That is incredibly unlikely. Incredibly unlikely. I guess what we do is we mill 4 and then we'll grab the Archival Whirl, which somehow was not in that card. Oh my god, we might lose. I mean, like, this mills 4 cards. We can just grab the Archival Whirl, right? Let's play the Indris. Where's the Indris? No, we can't play the Indris beforehand. All right, our Archival Whirl is the last card in our deck. We're gonna mill 4 and grab it. And then we're just gonna play it. And we don't mind letting them shuffle again. So we're going to refill our hand. Oh my god. That could have been real tough. Let me tell you. Let's play our Omniscience. Let's start milling, trying to find our pieces again, our draw pieces. Grab the Archival World, just in case we need it again, man. What's really nice about this is that Inspiration from Beyond just lets us find whatever piece we need. It is the perfect instant or like infinite mill combo for us. So let's grab the Overflowing Insight. Let us draw 7 again. And there's the Indris. All right, there's the Indris. We've casted a lot of spells this turn, let me tell you. So we are very fine with finding this lightning bolt. Whenever we find it, it'll be pretty much game over at that point, right? Let's look for it. Draw a card. Another Confounding Riddle's good. I will say something about these decks is that they're so good at winning after you play Omniscience, but sometimes they're a little bit slow to play, right? It's not the most exciting thing. And he sees we grab the Excruciator, so I think he just pieces out there. Pretty good. That's win 3 on the vid in a row. All right, playing Aresta 11. We unfortunately, I'm not gonna show it on the vid, guys, but. Last game, because it was boring as hell, but last game we ended up drawing 7 cards in a row and never hit a land. So we had the whole combo set up too. We had all the mill and stuff and the Reanimator in hand plus the Omniscience in graveyard. Just the perfect storm, and then just never, we're never able to cast it, which is, a little bit annoying. Ended on 2 lands, but we shall see if we can do it this turn, or this game. That is definitely the goal. Gonna swing in, hit us. Is he gonna play anything? Alright, let's mill. This is our best counter, because they can look in our graveyard, which is pretty scary. They can exile stuff from our graveyard. Very, very scary if we want to be winning games. We do want to win games. We don't want to come across this deck too often because they have graveyard hate and things like that. Ill-timed explosion. Let me tell you what. I'm just gonna draw 2 and discard. I don't care if he has this ill-timed. And this Doomsday Excruciator is pretty. It's pretty not helpful at the moment because we already have an Indris. I guess we only need one of them. We're closer just casting Indris on its own with one of these Captivating Crossroads or something. Yeah, I think that's the right choice. Let us play probably Fountain Port. Maybe we can make a little fishy in between things if we have the time. But we're just gonna go full counter mode, I think, here. Full counter mode is definitely gonna do us some good, I think. Swing in. If he doesn't play anything, by the way, like if he just holds till the end of the turn, I will not be making a fish because I think he has his special spell. There's the Abuelo's Awakening, man. I kind of want to have a No More Lies to protect it. I think that might be helpful. All right. Yeah, having a No More Lies here might be super important. So let's end the turn. We're gonna negate. Withering Torment. What? Can someone explain this to me? Can someone explain that to me? I'm so confused. I'm actually befuddled, as one might say. I don't know why you in any case. Oh, he wants to exile. That's funny. All right, that makes sense, I guess. But yeah, he does lose the game. He does lose the game. Let's show him what's up. Confirm. We're gonna pull the Omniscience out. We have counter protection, and we are going to draw 7. Let's play our Indris, and we are going to start looking for a card. But yeah, that's pretty funny. I couldn't even imagine what that spell was for, but now after I see it actually happen, I'm like, that makes sense a little bit. All right, easy dub though. Easy dub. We'll take it. All right. Please, I do not want to jinx myself. I need to find a land in the next 2 card draws. If I do, I have about according to recent data that was just published by the UN, I have a 100% chance to win the game if I find my lands. According to recent data, let's see if that recent data was actually correct. I think anything he plays is not super scary as long as it's not like a big drop. Like okay, perfect. Nothing is obviously key, right? Look at the top 4 cards. Unless he's running counter spells, that could be a little scary. Omniscience is in the graveyard, and you know what? We keep the No More Lies because that is a way we can protect our combo. We have a Abuelo's Awakening. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We are going to let the turn pass. If he wants to do nothing, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We are going to do nothing. Counter target spell. Yeah, counter the spell. We'll see if he wants to counter this back. I should have played the Confounding Riddle, because it's more expensive to play that than the other one. Oh, thank God. Alright, so we win. Alright, so it was a 100% chance to win according to recent data. He does have counter spells. Alright, so I played that right. Let's play 0, and we're gonna pull out our Omniscience. And Interest is also really good because it helps keep the things going, right? Because we play this Inspiration from Beyond, and then all of a sudden, every time we play a spell, we draw a card. Helps keep the cycle going, man. Cycle doesn't need to be kept going if we get 2 Inspiration from Beyonds though. So let's try to find our pieces, man. Let's try to find our pieces. I mean, we found all the pieces except we just need the Lightning Bolt. Just to be clear, yeah, we're in there, but we just need to find the Lightning Bolt, which for some reason has been at the bottom of my deck every single time we've run this thing, which is interesting. Not a problem for the deck, at least not from my perspective, but it's just pretty peculiar. It's been at the very bottom of our deck, at least a couple times. Just gonna keep this Inspiration thing going. We know it's consistent. We know we can find the bottom. Abuelos, okay. Where is the lightning bolt, sir? Now we might have to start measuring out the card draw. There is a lightning bolt. All right, so we got it for 12, which I think is like nearing the limit of like the amount of casts we get before we see the thing happen. I'll tell you what, we're gonna cast this a bunch. I'm just gonna kill his creatures. All right, GG's. All right, we're playing Homunculus. I'll tell you what, man. I don't know why decks like these aren't more mainstream. Like these very annoying like combo-y, I win the game if you don't stop my thing. I think the most common ones are like the vampire ones, the one where they infinitely life drain you. But something like this, man. I mean, it's just you don't see this on the open market, man. You don't see it happening very often, which is very peculiar because it is incredibly strong. I think one of the issues is that it's not an issue. People can play what they want, first of all, but I think one of the reasons is that this isn't a lot of people play what's available in Alchemy, and people just it's not like it's a crazy amount of brewers, based on what I've noticed. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm a little goofball. Who knows? Maybe I am a little goofball. But when you do brew stuff in like an Alchemy, that's what makes it a really good brewers format. Is that because everyone's playing the same stuff, you have like so much room to brew and make some cool stuff. Whereas a lot of people are playing the same stuff otherwise. With this picklock prank, so let's just give this guy something to do in the meantime. Maybe he can shoot our picklock prankster. We'll hold up negate, and we're looking either. I'm gonna negate this. No. You can draw a card. That would be a stupid negate. All right, as long as he's using these Grave Expectations, we're fine. I was gonna say earlier that this Grave Expectations card, if this deck did like take off, which none of my decks have, I fully don't expect any of my decks to take off or be like. I've seen a couple people use my decks, which is pretty cool. It's always awesome when I run into someone playing my decks. But if this deck was to take off, Grave Expectations would be the premier card against it, just because it would stop the Boyle's Awakening thing by exiling cards from graveyards. But also they have a little bit of counterspell magic in the deck, which is also very helpful. The real battle is just knowing what's in my deck, which is what makes brewing so powerful in this format, at least, because no one's if a bunch of people are playing the same decks, like you know what you're gonna play against, and you know what to play against, you know what to like build against, but no one knows what you're brewing, man. You got some cookery happening. I'm actually gonna negate this one. So what is this? I negated that one just because it slows down his hymn production as well. Looks like he's playing blue-black, or maybe just didn't draw the other pieces in his deck that make it work. Maybe. Alrighty, so let's swing in. I'm gonna Season of Weaving here for 5. I just want to find a Omniscience and dump it in the graveyard. If we find 2, I'll only be dumping 1 in the graveyard, just in case he has another Grave Expectations. Let's draw 5. You might be able to counter this, which is totally chill. Okay. All right, we'll take it. We'll take a little dubski here or there. Trickster. We got Mr. Trickster over here. The Saprolings. Initial look at this hand, I don't think I would keep this all the time. Depends what I'm playing against, whether or not this is a good hand or not, but going second and only having counter spells sometimes means that they might just like get a couple spells off at the beginning, and then if they're an aggro deck, we might just be doomed from the start, you know? It really depends. Okay, so it looks like he's playing some type of bats. Ditch the lands. So getting this No More Lies up is pretty paramount, I'd say. Optimistic, that's a scary card because he can play cheap spells that make that card happen, or make it work. So that's actually really scary. Enduring Innocence? No, thank you. No, thank you. And then we'll rip this out 3 steps. Probably play into the Season of Weaving, so we can find something to troll his board after a while of growth. Does he not have any spells to play? Maybe he's like got removal in his hand. All right, let's find something. There's the Abuela's Awakening. That's 1 piece. That is 1 piece towards victory. Inspiration from Beyond, beautiful, beautiful to draw that. But actually, I'm actually considering. Oh, next turn we'll have 5 mana. This is actually a pretty good draw. Yeah, because we could Inspiration from Beyond and pull out something 2 mana. I guess we don't really have anything except for No More Lies. Never mind. All right, don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. That was a bad play. My turn. Play this on blue. And I am going to Inspiration. We're going to pull out a counter spell probably. There's the Omniscience. There's the Omniscience. We're just going to hold this counter spell just in case he doesn't like go dry. In terms of like, in case he has like a bunch of, kill spells held up and stuff. I'm assuming he's got Sheltered by Ghosts and things like that in hand. So let's yeah, man, let's play the Abuela's Awakening and see if he has anything to say about this guy. All right, so in this case, when he has, I'm just gonna draw 7. I could try to copy the Omniscience. If he has 2 kill spells, then looks like he doesn't have any kill spells. I was really concerned with him having kill spells, but it looks like he's got Jack. Let's just draw 5 then. And let's look for another Omniscience to play. And the Indris. Beautiful. Yeah, this is locked up if he doesn't have anything. It's just nice to have a deck that, like, if you do the thing, you're gonna win. Pretty much every single time. It's nice to have that security, that little warmth, little safety blanket, right? And we're gonna pull out probably another Overflowing Insight, to be honest. I just wanna do the thing, man. Let's find our card. Draw. Where's the Lightning Bolt? There it is. 4/8, which is enough. If he wants to play any spells to gain life, we have about 15 counter spells in hand. So that's pretty good. That is enough. A little bit of pop here and there. And Buddy will be at 0 health. GG's. Slowly climbing. All right, so we got our last game here. Last game against Muzz. Hello, Mr. Muzz. And we're going to see if we can do it again. We have the Abuela's Awakening in hand and 3 steps ahead. So let me tell you what. Actually, I'll just play. I'll be mana efficient, actually. Let's dump these things. And I'm going to pull out a No More Lies. Maybe help protect the combo for a turn while this tap land becomes untapped. We'll see. Mosswood Dread Knight. That is the least scary thing I've ever seen in my life. Let's go. That's perfect. We're going to rip this No More Lies. Counters next play. If it is a Mosswood Dread Knight, I think I'm fine with it. That is a good card to play against us that we will be countering. We will absolutely be countering that shit. Let's draw 2 and discard. We're going to discard one of these Omnisciences. And we're looking for a land. That is our last piece of the puzzle, which, if you didn't know, we had some trouble finding them in the past. There it is. There's a land. And that should be game. That should be game once we play this turn out. If he doesn't have anything else to say. Play something 5 mana, man. Oh, that's a beautiful spell, man. That is a beautiful spell. We love to see that spell. Especially because it lets us do our thing. Yeah, people aren't really expecting it. But yeah. All right, that's it for the games, guys. Let's go over to the untapped.gg review and see how we did. All right, we are over at untapped.gg. Gonna see how we did, and we are 11-2 with this deck. Let me tell you, this is a heater deck. I think we could make it to top 10 mythic with this deck if we want to play it on the ladder, which I think I might try next season or maybe the season after that. I'm not sure, but this is actually a heater deck. We didn't lose a single game where we drew more than 2 lands. The 2 games we lost, we just didn't draw lands. That's it. That's the only thing that slowed us down, is that we had like two bad games where we just didn't draw enough lands to cast our combo. Just perfect, just literally perfect. Other than that, it just got kind of a little bit screwed by our lands, which is, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, and otherwise we just kind of creamed. So let me tell you guys, I think this might be one of the decks that is in contention for our top 10 rank climb deck. Maybe before Aether Drift comes out. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, yeah. I think it might be next season or the season after that or sometime in the future. We might revisit this, but yeah, guys, really fun deck. Really, really, really easy games. I think this was like one of our like. It just seems so easy. I don't know. I don't want to hype it up too much, but yeah, it was a good ass time, and yeah, I think this is a keeper, guys. If you want to build a really good deck, this is a really good deck to build. So, we'll see what happens in the future. But yeah, I'm going to peace out for now. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace.